Top of the evening from the bottom of the world.
It's the Push Project, day one.
Hey, Grant, how are you feeling?
We just got off of DC-3 on huge set of skis. We flew 600 and something miles from the Union Glacier, bumped up to the Polar Plateau, and we're up here at 9,000 feet right now. I can't believe the experience we just had. It's a plane I've always wanted to fly in, and, the pilots heard our story and what we're doing with the push, and it was amazing. They invited us up. They invited me to sit down in the third seat in the cockpit, and I got to put the headset on, and we talked about positivity and possibility through positivity. We talked about recovery. The pilot in command actually had a family member that had had a similar injury. We got to talk about how I recovered and am recovering, and I'm choosing to recover every day. And it was a really, really positive moment about 13,000 feet in the sky over Antarctica.
How many seats were on the plane, just so we can get a sense of the craft that you were on?
So the DC-3 is probably 8 or 9 rows of seats with about 10 feet of cargo behind those seats. Let's go ahead and call it a good 70-foot-long aircraft that's probably got a wingspan of $120, and the skis were the size of little European smart cars.
So tell me the experience of when you landed and what that was like. How were you going? Was it a safe? I'm sure it was a safe landing, but how do they find where to land the plane down?
Well, honestly, I'll admit something to you. I'm a huge fan of hardcore turbulence and rough landings. Actually, when you hear somebody squeal, you know it's going to be an awesome landing. And I was hoping and expecting some incredible landing that was really bumpy and wild. And Tal and I both feel that same way. So we had our fingers crossed and our smiles on. And it was pretty gnarly. They came in and in full power, we'll call it half power, and touched down at a few different points on the snow to test how intense the sastrugi was. And when you feel a craft that big hit the ground and that massive, and you can feel it flex and crunch and crinkle underneath you, and the pilot pins the throttle and takes off again, you know you're in for a good landing. And so he flew around, did a bunch of S-turns, figured out exactly where he wanted to set it down, and that team of pilots did an amazing job. Set it down with a huge hit, did all flaps, pulled back all power, and the resistance of the snow with those skis, it just shut us down in a matter of probably a couple thousand feet, if not 1,000 feet. It was an abrupt landing.
That's an amazing description. Thank you. Now, tell me what it feels like to be at negative 27 degrees. You sound like you could be in the tropics right now in terms of the mood you're in and the manner in which you're articulating, but it's an extremely hostile environment that you're in. So are you completely covered head to toe, I would hope?
So to put it into perspective, as you said, this is the harshest environment. It's the least amount of moisture anywhere that can be found. We're the furthest from health that we could be. We're in a very barren landscape. If I look 360 degrees around me, it looks the exact same. I mean, the exact same. It is a white, kind of undulating flat plain in all directions with a blue line across it. We're having great weather right now, and I'm covered head to toe. I've actually got heated socks on that are battery-powered thermic socks that I slide on, and I've got these little batteries that I charge with a Goal Zero solar kit, and they keep my feet warm inside my Baffin boots. Coming up, I'll just describe what I have on. I've got a bunch of underlayers. I have one set of long underwear. I've got a set of pants that are shell pants. And then on my top, I've got a Polypro Mountain Hardwear top. I've got a Mountain Hardwear shell, a Mountain Hardwear vest, and that's a puppy vest. And then I've got an Absolute Zero Mountain Hardwear jacket that could only be described as an incredible sleeping bag that wraps around my whole body and up over my head. I'm sure a flock of geese donated their time and fur to make this jacket.
I have a question from Nina Sky from Manhattan Beach, and she's wondering if you have the time at some point in the next couple of days to throw water up into the air and to see what happens, because her teacher tells her that and she's in fourth grade, her teacher tells her that it will freeze in midair. So if you have a chance to do that anytime, Grant, Nina would be incredibly pleased.
Oh my gosh, Nina just made my whole day right there. How about that? Yes, we'll do that science experiment for her. Absolutely. We'll be throwing water in the air and seeing if it freezes. We'll try it at a couple different temperatures too, and we'll get back to her.
Okay.
We'll get back to you, and you can get back to her. That's fantastic.
That sounds terrific, Grant. Have a wonderful ski, and we'll chat with you tomorrow.
Hey, thank you so much. Signing off from the bottom of the world.